Movement, rhythm, and conversations with Tafari. Unchain your mind, let your spirit be free.
Welcome to Movement, Rhythm, and Conversation, the show where we delve into the profound impact of religion, spark provoking conversation, explore the world through an open-minded perspective. I'm your host, Tafari, here to bring you engaging discussions, eye-opening stories, and conversation that pulls no punches, whether it's faith, culture, creativity, or real-life experience. We keep it raw, honest, and unfiltered.
Build black banks on black land, pass down wealth like a real inheritance plan. No more praying for what we can create, no more waiting on systems designed to dominate. Teach our daughters how to own their worth, teach our sons they are gods on this earth.
Peace and power, family. Before we get started, please take a moment to do something important. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you never miss an episode of Movement, Rhythm, and Conversations with Tafari. Every click, share, and subscriptions help push this movement forward, spreading knowledge, rhythm, and power into our community. Let's rise together. Now, let's get into today's conversation.
We were raised on broken stories.
Welcome to Movement, Rhythm, and Conversations. I'm your host, Tafari. Today's episode takes on a sensitive but necessary conversation. Why are so many Black women vulnerable to religious manipulation within the Black church? And how do we begin to address it? This is not an attack on Black women, nor is it an attack on spirituality. It is an examination of history, psychology, and power. We explore how the Black church became a place of refuge during trauma, how emotional survival turned into spiritual dependency, and how systems of authority within religion can shape identity, choices, and self-worth. This episode invites honest reflection on how belief, comfort, and control can become entangled, and why reclaiming agency is essential for true healing. Let's get into it. Historical roots of spiritual dependence. The Black church emerged as one of the few safe institutions available to African Americans during slavery and segregation. For Black women, in particular, the church became a refuge from violence, economics, instability, and social exclusion. Over generations, spirituality became intertwined with emotional survival, thereby deepening trust in religious authority and reducing its frequent questioning. Let's talk about the burden of emotional labor. Black women have historically carried the emotional weight of families and communities, serving as a caretaker, a nurturer, and stabilizer. This role often creates a heightened need for spiritual reassurance, meaning, and guidance. Religion offers certainty amidst uncertainty, making women more likely to seek comfort and direction from pastors and church structure. The church as a substitute for systems. In many Black communities, churches functioned as schools, banks, counseling centers, and political organizations. When social systems failed, the church filled the gap. Black women, often being the most consistent participant in these spaces, came to rely on religious leadership for support that should have come from broader institutions. Gender power dynamics in the church. Let's talk about it. Despite being the majority of church members, Black women are often excluded from true leadership and decision-making roles. Pastors, usually male, hold spiritual authority over women's personal lives, relationships, finances, and choices. This creates an imbalance where women are spiritually dependent but structurally disempowered. theology of submission and sacrifice. Many church teaching emphasize obedience, patience, suffering, and waiting on God messages disproportionately directed at women. Black women are taught to endure hardships silently, stay in unhealthy situations, and trust divine intervention instead of personal agencies. This theology conditions compliance rather than critical thinking. Let's talk about emotional vulnerability as an entry point. Religion often reaches people at their most vulnerable during grief, loneliness, relationship struggles, or economic stress. Black women experiencing emotional exhaustion may be more open to spiritual narratives that promise love, healing, and purpose, even when those narratives discourage independency or questioning. Most of you have listened to my podcast, by now understand my disdain for pastors. So we're going to talk about the pastors as therapist, father, and savior. In many cases, pastors occupy multiple psychological roles: counselor, authority figure, and moral guide. For women lacking emotional support or healthy male roles models, this can create unhealthy dependencies, where personal decisions are outsourced to religious leaders instead of being developed through self-trust. Now, this is a big one in Black church culture. Well, let's say in church culture, period, because all of them take advantage of this particular topic: financial exploitation and spiritual guilt. Church culture often pressure women to give financially, tithes, offerings, and donations, framed as spiritual obedience. Black women statistically give more to churches than Black men, even when facing economic hardships themselves. Guilt and fear of divine punishment are sometimes used to maintain this financial loyalty. Pulpit pimps. Fear of questioning faith. Questioning religion is often portrayed as rebellion, weakness, or loss of morality. For Black women whose identity is deeply tied to faith and community, questioning feels like betrayal, not just of God, but of family and ancestors. This emotional barrier prevents honest examination of belief systems, addressing the issue through consciousness and agency. The solution is not to abandon spirituality. It is reclaiming intellectual and emotional autonomy. Black women must be encouraged to ask questions, seek therapy alongside prayer, learn financial literacy, and separate personal growth from religious dependencies. Healing begins when spirituality becomes a tool for empowerment, not control. Here's the core message. Black women are not weak. They are emotionally conditioned by history, systems, and survival roles. The issue is not belief per se, but unexamined belief. Liberation does not require losing faith. It requires owning the mind, questioning authority, and choosing growth over guilt.
Movement, rhythm, and conversations with the far. Unchain your mind, let your spirit be free.
As we close, the goal is not to remove faith, but to remove fear from faith. Black women are not weak. They have been conditioned by history to carry emotional weight in the world that offer them few safe spaces. But survival should not be confused with submission. True spirituality should expand the mind, not replace it. Liberation begins when belief is paired with critical thought, when prayer is supported by self-trust, and when emotional needs are not met through healing rather than hierarchy. The future of Black women empowerment does not lie in blind obedience. It lies in conscious choices, self-definitions, and the courage to question what no longer serves growth. freedom is not found in the pulpit alone. It is found in the process of reclaiming the mind. This has been Movement, Rhythm, and Conversations. I'm your host, Tafari. Unchain your mind, reclaim your soul. Now, let's reclaim our economic power. Most importantly, stay black. Peace.
Build black banks, own black land, pass down wealth like a real inheritance plan. No more praying for what we can create. No more waiting on systems designed to dominate. Teach our daughters how to own their worth. Teach our sons they are gods on this earth.
If today's conversation spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share with the family, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notification so you never miss an episode of Movement, Rhythm, and Conversation with Tafari. Together we rise. Unchain your mind, reclaim your soul.